Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Monday Night Mayhem following the High Voltage pay-per-view here on the Gaming Blake Network. My name is Darren Jacobs, and we have Jayden coming out here tonight to address what happened in the main event. Of course, he came out and sabotaged Rage, and Aaron Albright went on to super kick Rage and become the WIW World Champion. And I guess Jayden's out here to explain what exactly went down at the pay-per-view. I'm out here for a few reasons. First, I wanted to let you guys know that I've been cleared to compete again and I am ready for action. But more importantly, I'm out here so that I can receive the title match I was promised for disposing of the so-called monster. So Albright, why don't you come out here and give me my prize? And it looks like Aaron Albright is fully ready to oblige. Here comes the new WIW champion, Aaron Albright, following his victory over Rage with the assistance of Jayden. But Jayden, of course, left him with a blindsided attack from behind, so it wasn't exactly all buddy-buddy between these two. So clearly some still underlying tension between the two, but it looks like Aaron Albright is out here to at least address the situation at hand. But for Aaron Albright, I'm sure he won't be eager to defend the title as quickly as Jayden seems eager to do so. Let's hear what Albright has to say to Jayden. Two things are wrong with your statement. One, he's got a rematch clause, which means he's still not taken care of. And two, you attacked me, you asshole. So don't think I'm handing you anything. I thought we had an understanding, but now I see you're too stupid to understand anything. Need I remind you that I have an agreement in writing and you have no choice but to give me the match. And let Rage join, make it a triple threat, I don't care. If anything, that makes it easier for me, because I'll let him tear your tiny little body apart and I'll steal it from under his nose. Not that stupid, am I? Not that stupid? You had one job, take out Rage and get him out the game, and you couldn't even finish the job. And now you've invited him to face for the title again? You must be the most stupid person I've ever met. You won't just kill me. You're on his hit list too, Jayden. So you better fix this, you bloody retard. And some strong words being tossed around between the two. Oh my god! And it looks like Jayden's heard enough. Jayden gonna start laying waste to Aaron Albright, the current champion. Well, if they don't have a match, they definitely have one now, as these two brawling out in the middle of the ring. And look at this, Albright fighting back, showing the champion's new prowess and trying to show some dominance here over Jayden. Jayden apparently tasked with the role of keeping down the giant that is Rage. And now he's after the title. And he said that he's welcome to join him. And Aaron Albright is not taking kindly to this. And Albright now making Jace pay for this, as this blindsided attack is now backfired on Jayden. And Jayden now under the heavy fire from the current WIW champion, Aaron Albright. But look at this, still fighting on. This scrap of a fight is broken out between these two. And now look at this, just wearing down the limbs of Aaron Albright, of Jayden, excuse me. But, oh, wait a minute. The music of Rage. Rage is here. Rage is here at the top of the ramp. And right as Albright's going to put Thingy away, to put Jayden away, super kick. And look at this, Rage just taking down Albright. Going straight for the WIW champion. Takes his jacket off at the top of the ramp. And now look at this. Rage attacking Albright. Jackhammer. What a statement being made here tonight by the former WIW champion. And now look at this. Rage targeting Jayden. Looking for Road Rage. And these two might have bitten off more than they can chew here. The crowd are loving this. But it's not over yet. Look at this. Taking him down and taking down Jayden as well. Albright trying to roll away, trying to run to kind of get away and get to safety. But the same can't be said for Jayden, who's going to be met with another Road Rage. And it looks like unfinished business here. It looks like Rage has some unfinished business. And there's been questions of the triple threat thrown around right now. And it looks like we might be seeing that triple threat, but Rage doesn't care who he's facing. He wants the title back around his waist, and he'll do whatever it takes to get it. Let's move on with the actual matches for this evening. Well, after a crazy start to the show, it's time to kick off with some matches, and we have another traditional debut matchup here tonight. We have a newcomer to the show making his presence felt here tonight, and we'll have another debuting superstar on Friday Fight Night. I can't thank you guys enough for all of the support that you guys have been showing on this series and all of your new characters coming in. His name is Oliver Regen. I think it's Regen. If not, please correct me in the comments. The tire's already glitching out over there on the shoulder pad by the looks of things, but looking fresh, something new coming in, and it'll be interesting to see what he can do here. He's got a tough task tonight once again. He's got to face someone he doesn't know who he's facing. He's got to face someone that he isn't prepared for on his debut. It's a lot of pressure for anyone stepping into the ring, but for Oliver Regen, he's going to hope that he can pick up what is one of the rarest things and one of the biggest achievements you can have as a WIW superstar. A debut win. It's only been done by a select few, and those select fews have gone on to be big-time superstars here in WIW. Can he follow that trend? But his opponent tonight is a man who just comes off the back of the High Voltage pay-per-view, facing another defeat at the hands of Black Jesus. But as promised, those two will now be in separate rings for quite some time, as it's been a solid month of these two in the same matches as each other. So tonight, Thomas is going to do the job that Black Jesus did a couple of weeks ago with Brad Skeens, and he's going to step in to bring in the rookie. 2K17 was definitely his year, former world champion. But since the rebirth and since we left the trial era, it hasn't been great for Thomas straight out the bat. Missed the chance to return to the Money in the Bank ladder match, which of course is where he won his first championship from after winning it and cashing it in on King Sam in the past. But of course, that doesn't count. That's all erased from history, because this year will count as the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match. We already know that Black Jesus will be there, but there are 7, that is right, 7 other competitors to be announced. We are doing an 8-man ladder match, which will be the Money in the Bank ladder match. But first, we still have the Warzone pay-per-view to go, where it's pretty much a war between the Wolfpack and the rest of Friday Fight Night, in all honesty. So we have that pay-per-view to go before we have the joint pay-per-view to be announced of the details later on down the line. But for tonight, they've got to focus on his debut here. A debut of Oliver Regen, or Regen. Please tell me how to pronounce that, because I'm going to keep butchering it. Bell rings and away we go. And wisely going straight for the grapples. That's a smart move. Against Thomas, it's very wise to stand up and just do some proper wrestling with him. If you're to trade punches, you're definitely going to be on the losing end. We all know how Thomas has the ability to end a match with a single punch. It's become almost his trademark with how good his striking abilities are. And once again, putting them on display here. Kick to the back of the leg before a kick to the stomach. And that is what I'm saying. You can't be caught striking with Thomas. He will make you pay for it. One of the best strikers in WIW. But then again, that doesn't stop him from being a terrific grappler as well. He knows his way around the wrestling ring. But the best way to keep him down is to definitely trade grapples with him. Do some takedowns. Some submission holds definitely could do the trick. But the one thing you do not want to do is trade strikes with him. And look at this. Oliver calling him to his feet now. Thomas in a bit of trouble from the middle row. Oh, look at that spring to the top rope, but Thomas caught him. And look at that, crashing him into the top turnbuckle before tossing him across the ring. That was a nice move there from Regen. Tried it, but couldn't quite execute fully. And see, this is what these matches are for. It's always a tough match, and we don't expect the newbies to win. But what they get to do is showcase their skills. What do they have to bring to the table? What can they offer? 2 weeks ago, Brad Skeens debuted, and last night at High Voltage had his first title match for the European Championship against Jace in what was a fantastic fight. Just fell short of the title. So it is important that you make a good first impression in these matches, because it will go a long way to proving where you stand in WIW. Look at this, look at a snap suplex there by Thomas. For Thomas, the wins are not coming as frequently as they used to. He needs to get back on track, and he needs to do it fast. Missing the elbow drop there. Oliver just crawled out of harm's way, but Thomas going to be relentless here. And look at this, just stomps across the face. And look at this, the rookie with the counter now. He needs to start fighting on. Thomas in a bit of control here. He needs to start showing what he can do. And now is definitely a good time to be joining WIW. Of course, with the potential for the Money in the Bank ladder match. And if you can make early impressions and rack up some early wins, you could end up being in that match, and that could be a pivotal turning point for your career, and especially this early on. You never know. So these wins vital to both of these men for different reasons. Covered by Thomas, looking to pin the debutant, and couldn't quite get it done. Only a 1 count here, and now going to an armbar here. Unusual from Thomas, if I do say so myself, which is why I guess why Oliver Regen fights out of it with ease. And now look at this. Oh, and look at this. He's willing to strike with Thomas, and he's got the better of him here. Into a power bomb. Oh, and he's going to use that turnbuckle, as we've seen him do so many times this year. Learning from the veterans of WIW is Oliver Regen. Beautiful stuff here, and now stomping away in the corner. And a beautiful sequence of moves from Regen brings him into his first cover. Can he get it? It's only a 1 as well. Not enough damage done by either superstar to warrant more than a 1 count. And now look at this, Thomas fighting out there, and a huge clubbing fist. And look at this, he's going to get 1 more. In a bit of trouble here. Forearm to the back of the back of the head. Electric forearm. And look at this, straight away gets up. Almost unfazed by it, and taunts for style. The crowd loving that. Oh, look at this. And a big shoulder tackle now, and a kip up as well. Oh, an atomic drop. And now look at this, scooping him up. Beautiful sequence of moves there from Oliver Regen. Oh, look at this. Oh, went for a discus clothesline. Big counter by Thomas. And all of a sudden, momentum killed by Thomas there after what was looking good for Oliver Regen. Now he's got him trapped in the corner. What does he have in mind? To the top rope. Oh no. Oh no, we've seen this before. Way too many times in the past. Thomas looking to send him to the outside. Superplex. His feet kind of ricocheted off the table there, I think. What a big impact move, and Oliver Regen is down. And taking no prisoners. Bringing in this rookie straight away. Thomas, well, I'll tell you what, if you wanted a debut fight, you'd want one as good as this, but you'd like to be on the, being the one who's doing the damage, I'll tell you that much. Oliver definitely been under the caution this match. Thomas is really, really putting him through the ringer. But that's not deterring him from putting on a show here, and oh, a bit of blood coming off the collision with the ring. And count of 8, I think that was, back into the ring. And now Regen has got him, discus clothesline. Almost ripping the head off of Thomas there. Beautiful impact with the discus clothesline. And now going to work away on the rest of the limbs. Oliver Regen putting on a great show for the crowd. The crowd have got to be loving this. And now look at this. Regen looking ready to put this away. Is he on for his debut victory? Oh no! Big counter by Thomas. Big counter by Thomas. And this is what I was saying earlier. You don't want to trade strikes with Thomas. He will make you pay. And that's exactly what he's doing here. Big suplex to the middle of the ring. And look at this. Thomas, sensing the control has stayed with him through the majority of this match. And you've got to say it has. But he doesn't want to get caught taunting. He's made that mistake already in this match. And Regen took full advantage. And now he can't afford to do it again. And look at these elbows to the shoulder blades. Just trying to wear him down, trying to keep him down. But right now that's proving an impossible task. Regen just continues to strike back there. And there is again a Lufus press, targeting the already busted open head of Thomas. Or is Thomas bleeding? I don't see the blood. There was definitely some blood after the collision with the apron. I guess it was just the blood from the actual patterns on the side. And look at this, Thomas now looking for another snap suplex. Decides against bridging into the cover, maybe feeling like this needs to that he needs to wear him down a bit more, because right now Regen is putting up one hell of a fight, refusing to just lay down and take the beating. And we've seen in the past in these debut matches, some of them have gone on for a lot less time than this. Some of them have been put away in about 2 or 3 minutes. But Regen really putting on a fight here for the crowd, and that's exactly what we want to see here on Monday Night Mayhem and in WIW in general. And Thomas really struggling to put him away here and looking for bigger impact moves there as the suplex could do it. Picks him up. Oh, and it's Regen that's bleeding. I don't know why Regen's bleeding. I guess the impact was stronger than we thought. There's a snap over the shoulders into the cover. Regen, and it's a 2 count. And almost seems shocked by that, Thomas. Regen once again kicking out. This match has taken a lot out of him. I didn't realise he was the one bleeding. But the damage has definitely been dealt. Oh, hold on a minute, look at this. Regen still fights out of it. He's still fighting on. He's refusing to give in here. Oh, look at this. A snap suplex of his own. He bridges into the cover. And it's going to be a rope break. Bit of poor ring awareness there, but he brings him swiftly back to his feet. But Thomas once again with the counter. Oh, look at this. A counter of his own there. And now, oh, Regen went for a big clothesline. Unable to capitalize. Now look at this. Thomas looking for the powerbomb. Connects. This could be it for Regen. The cover. 2. And it's only a 2, but you know what comes next? Boston Crab. Boston Crab, and straight away with the tap out. Thomas picks up the victory in spectacular fashion. A big fight. He had to work very hard for that one. Didn't quite feel the need to bring out the discus to bring out the knockout punch, and Thomas picks up the victory. And look at this, an acknowledgement of respect there. Really showed him the ropes today, and he obliges. A beautiful debut fight for him, it really was, but in the end, Thomas just proved to be too much for the rookie. A big fight there for Oliver Regen. I think he really showed his stuff in that one. But a big fight win for Thomas here tonight. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Match number 3, and this match is actually going to clear up some things that left a little bit confusing from the high voltage pay-per-view. Of course, Wolfe, who makes his way down to the ring, was scheduled to take on Tyson Jackson, and he did. In the fight, though, all of a sudden, a really large man came down to the ring, intervened, and sabotaged the match. Well, really for Tyson Jackson, because Wolfe, of course, won the victory took the victory by disqualification. But Wolfe left with a sour taste, and he is challenging tonight, whoever that man is, to come down to the ring and face him like a man, no cowardly hiding behind anyone or intervening while he's preoccupied. Wolfe has made a fantastic impact since returning to WIW. I guess now that he's on a full-time contract, he feels a lot better about proceedings. I guess that part-time deal made him feel a little uncertain, thought maybe he wasn't going to get the deal done anyway. Plus, of course, he was against Original Brad, the current WIW heavyweight champion at the time. But that's a different story. But tonight, we've spoken to Tyson Jackson, and apparently he had an answer for everything that went down last week. Apparently it was all a part of the plan. The man who attacked him is now making his way down to the ring. And as Tyson Jackson explained, apparently these two have an alliance together. It turns out they are working together. They're on the same page, trying to make their name for themselves. And I think that was a smart idea for Tyson Jackson to form an ally. But apparently we don't even know who this ally is. His name apparently is Lance, and they are together form the team of the Dragon Dynasty. I thought that Lance very much looked like a very early development version of Tyson Jackson himself. Of course, back when Tyson Jackson was the one rocking the afro. But Lance tonight He's coming out here and repping the newly founded Dragon Dynasty. Tyson Jackson, we never would have suspected this from him. Tyson Jackson, we know, tends to be more of the lone wolf standalone character. Doesn't usually like to take to friendships and alliances. But for Jackson, it hasn't been a good time here on WIW, and especially here on Monday Night Mayhem. And I don't blame him for calling up backup, but I don't know where he found this guy. This guy is massive, and he could prove to be a tough task for Jax Wolfe, but Jax Wolfe not backing down from any type of fight tonight. So Lance technically making his WIW debut, if it didn't count, at High Voltage. And now Jax Wolfe stares down this enormous man in front of him and instantly receives a backbreaker. He seems quite tall. I'd say 7 foot. I think maybe the afro gives him an extra 2 inches. And now look at this. Just trying to do whatever he wants with Jax Wolfe. Just carry him around the ring. Jax Wolfe able to power out of it though. And now might be able to take advantage. And look at this. A big knee. And we don't know much about Lance. We don't know what he's capable of. But what I'm sure right now that Jax Wolfe don't want to find out. A lot of strikes coming in early from Jax Wolfe. Never been one to favour the strikes, Jax Wolfe. Look at this. Big counter. And now, Jax Wolfe going to try and work on Lance here, but Lance fouls out of it. And look at this. He's going to toss him to the outside, with Tyson Jackson waiting to receive him. Tyson Jackson can't attack him though. That will be disqualification. He just chucks him back in the ring. And Lance was coming to do that. I don't think I think he was coming to do that himself. In the end, didn't need to. Look at this though. Lance with a massive jackknife powerbomb. Oh, and a massive headbutt to follow. And Jax Wolfe's in a bit of trouble here. You can't let a man this size get an early advantage. Jax Wolfe now trying to fight back. Look at this, up on the shoulders. Oh, but Lance going to fight out of it. And Jax Wolfe is not in a good spot right now. Look at this, military press. Very, very high in the air and a big slam down. And this has been an impressive debut here for Lance and a massive running power slam. This has been an impressive start from this huge man. I can see why the Dragon was eager to recruit him to the newly founded dynasty. And these two could be one to watch. Imagine seeing these guys in the tag division. They could be a massive impact fighting the likes of the current tag team champions up, down, down, the Linebacks, the Cotchells. They fit in well here with the Mayhem mold. Look at this. Just a display of power. And into the cover. Trying to wrap it up. It's only a 1 though. Jax Wolfe fighting back. And Tyson Jackson must be loving what he's seeing there at ringside, because right now Lance is having his way with Jax Wolfe, but as soon as I say that, Jax Wolfe tries to fight back. But another counter from Lance. Oh, look at this, a counter as well, from avoiding the power slam into an inverted DDT. And now Jax Wolfe trying to keep this man down, trying to figure out what he's got to do to keep the man down. To the middle rope he goes, looking to exploit the aerial advantage. 450 splash. Beautiful move there by on Lance by Jax Wolfe, who's refusing to give up and back down from this one. Double underhook. Oh, and there's a gut buster. A beautiful move once again. And now Jax Wolfe is really bringing the fight back to him, but Lance once again with a counter of his own and a DDT inverted. And Jax Wolfe had a good spell there, but now Lance once again back in control as he has been for the majority of the match. And now in trouble here is Jax Wolfe. Look at this. Scoops him up. Oh, and a beautiful move there by Lance. The Dragon cheering him on in the ring. But yet, look at this. Jax Wolfe isn't fazed by this threat. He still fights him, tackling the problem head on. And Tyson Jackson looked a little stunned there at the fact he got up so easily. There's the power bomb. And look at this, Jax Wolfe refusing to give in here, bringing the fight to Lance. Lance is in trouble here, looking for the lumbar check. He gets it. Lumbar check in the middle of the ring, but he's not done. He's not done. He might have... Oh, wait, look at that. Lance has just shook it off. He was picked up, and Jax Wolfe was looking to deal more damage. But he's not done. Oh, look at this. Learning from the likes of the Dragon himself, Tyson Jackson. Oh, look at this. Discus big boot. And lights out for Jax Wolfe. Is it going to be enough, though? No, it's not. It's a 2.5. And Lance can't believe it. Lance thought that was over there with the discus big boot. And now look at this, just continuing to show his strength and his power advantage here. Jax Wolfe maybe was right to go for the strikes, but of course that was never been his strong suit. I thought maybe he was going to get back on track there with the thunder bomb and the lumbar check, but couldn't take advantage of the opportunity he had, and now trying to fight back again as a backbreaker and flips it into a Russian leg sweep. Beautiful combination there. Oh, and taking the time to taunt there. Bringing on the challenge, not backing down for a second. Another backbreaker Russian leg sweep combination. And Tyson Jackson must be concerned right now, because once again Jax Wolfe is not backing down. Series of clotheslines. And look at this. Oh, and a big drop kick. And Tyson Jackson stunned at ringside. Looking for a belly to belly, but once again Lance powers out of it. And look at this. Looking for that beautiful, devastating cutter again. And in the spot of trouble now. And look at this spine buster. Laying waste to Jax Wolfe, who has not taken advantage of the spells of momentum he's had. And Lance just taking full advantage of that fact. Look at this. Tombstone pile driver busting open Jax Wolfe. And he's not done with him. He's not done with him. And Jax Wolfe may have bitten off more than he can chew here. Big counter. And look at this, still trying to fight on, even though Lance just proving to be too powerful. He just can't keep him down. And now look at this. Power bomb. Hold on a minute. Big counter into a DDT. Jax Wolfe is just not laying down, refusing to give in. And look at this. Looking for the power bomb. No, big counter. Went for the spinning thunder bomb. Couldn't quite capitalize. And into the cover. He thinks that might be enough. It's a 2. Jax Wolfe fights out of it. The crowd are loving this one. But if that didn't do the trick, this is definitely going to do it. Is he going to have enough room to spin? I don't think so. Just straight into the big boot. And what an impressive debut it's been from Lance. And that is exactly why Jackson recruits him to this newly founded Dragon Dynasty. That's going to do it for Jax Wolfe. Lance tears the man apart. What a destructive victory from Lance. Nearly destroying the man. Look at this. This huge man. His head held high. And look at this. Taking a moment to taking his debut victory. Oh no, wait a minute. And now taking out his frustrations here on Jax Wolfe if he hasn't done enough damage already. Look at this, just continuous, relentless attack. And Jax Wolfe, if he wasn't hurt now, wasn't hurt then, he definitely is hurt now. And the Dragon Dynasty making their presence felt here for the debut of Lance. Could we be looking at a new dominant powerhouse team here in WIW? Let's move on down the rest of the card. Well, look at this. It's time for some tag team action. And the tag team champs, oh wait a minute. Jump from behind by the Linebacks, the former champions. Xander and Green making their impact felt. Well, the tag team champions supposed to be in action here against Deathlordicas and Harry. But look at this. Both of them taken out by the Linebacks, and clearly they're not happy with the fact that they aren't champions anymore. And they, of course, do have a rematch that they'll be cashing in soon, and I guess that's their way of saying that we're coming back for our titles. But the bell is going to ring. This match is going to continue. And not quite the start we expected here. We expected to see them come out with their new titles, finally in up, down, down gear. I finally found some ones that I thought were appropriate. I even got El Murpho into some up, down, down gear. Still needs a bit of work. I'm still working on it, but just a prototype. I wanted him to get out of his own, singles attire. But now look at this. Deathlordicas and Harry have a massive advantage over the current tag team champions. They get to do some tag team work together, is what was about to be said in their intro. But of course, we just cut back from advertisements straight to them being in the ring, and the linebacks took full advantage of the fact that they weren't expected to be out here tonight. But look at this. The Mayhem Tag Team Champions still fighting on as if they were just came into the ring and not attacked at all. And now look at this. Oh, a beautiful move there from Austin Creed. Looking great in that up, down, down attire, if I do say so. That looked great. Harry and Deathlordicas, the team that worked together a couple of weeks ago, of course went their separate ways again due to Harry getting caught in rivalry, in a little bit of a heated rivalry with Damas. Of course, he ended that one at high voltage and took him out. Oh, ended up taking out Greg. But of course, Greg ended up being part of that whole feud. Cheers, credit to the general manager for allowing that to happen. And now they're back to working together. They both came out and they said that they enjoyed their time together. They did really well as a tag team. Still not official yet as to whether they are going to be a tag team. But for now, they're working together here. Fisherman's Netbreaker. They're working together here to take on the Mayhem Tag Team Champions. And this would have been a real test of their abilities to see what they can and can't do. But now they've got a much easier ride here against the Mayhem Tag Team Champions. And El Murpho tagged in. They're still not phased by this at all, the team of Up, Down, Down. Still trying to fight on. Still not backing down for an instant. And the Flying Ninja and the glow-in-the-dark creature from Area 51. The unusual tag team that no one really saw coming. And they seem to work together, and you know what? It works. But tonight they've had a massive assist from the linebacks. And that's exactly what they needed. And now look at this. Looking for some springboard offense, and that is why they call him the Flying Ninja. Beautiful 450. And now look at this. The momentum is truly with Deathlordicas and Harry here. Tag is made. And these two with a lovely bit of hot tag and teamwork displays here. They've been working really well together here in this match. And of course, Up, Down, Down left at a huge disadvantage. Completely blindsided by everything that happened. And now look at this. Oh, was looking for a backbreaker. Big counter by Deathlordicas. And running into a clubbing fist. And now look at this, trying to tag back in Creed, but Murpho left isolated. Of course, it was El Murpho that climbed the ladder and captured the tag team titles in the triple threat tag team ladder match for the tag team titles. Split-legged moonsault. That could be enough. Murpho's already been beaten down, and it is enough. Harry and Deathlordicas pick up a quick victory against the Mayhem Tag Team Champions. I don't think that Creed had any intention of trying to match the live. They've been beaten down by Tyson Green and Kazarian Zander. The Tag Team Champions, they suffer that defeat. But of course, the titles were on the line. They've still got them around their shoulders. But they've got hungry challenges. And the lineback have made their statements clear. And look at them. Despite beating tonight, they're saying, if you want these titles, come and get them. So it looks like we're going to have a very heated rematch between these two teams. We've already seen what these guys can do together in the ring, but we will see when these two collide once again in a 2v2 situation who will walk out the Mayhem Tag Team Champions. Let's move on to our main event. Well, tonight's main event, a little bit of the aftermath following the high voltage pay-per-view where this man, the 7-foot masked monster, was sabotaged in his match as he defended the WIW Championship. For the first time, he was blindsided and attacked by Jayden, who interfered in the no disqualification match for the WIW Championship, which allowed Aaron Albright to take advantage and land the super kick that, of course, won him the WIW Championship. Tonight, he faces Jayden in preparation for what will be, as announced by the general manager, as announced by the general manager, which we can now disclose to you, the rematch will not be a one-on-one rematch. It will be a triple threat, as Jayden did partake in it, and apparently it was already pre-agreed that he would get a title match if he helped him win the title. And so the general manager was willing to oblige, and I'm sure Rage won't mind that. He gets to impact it twice as much and destroy the two men that cost him the title. And we'll get, of course, his rematch as he's contracted to. But in that triple threat match, which will most likely be following the Warzone pay-per-view at the Money in the Bank theme pay-per-view, I will come up with a name for it, I promise you. But he's going to want some revenge, and he's going to get it here tonight. He's already struck them both down with the Road Rage earlier in the night and the Jackhammer. But now gets to step in the ring with the man who is responsible for the fact that he is not wearing the title around his waist tonight. It is Jayden, who has been cleared by the doctors to compete tonight, but after that first the Road Rage, I doubt he's in the best of conditions tonight still. Only just recovering from, of course, a severe concussion and minor broken bones following the last time that they faced off in the ring. He took some heavy blows in the first ever WIW Championship matchup. Of course, Rage came out with a crushing victory in that one, but Jayden, despite injured, put on a good fight, and now he's been cleared by our doctors after a month out of action. Well, I say a month out of action. He's been nothing but a nuisance to Rage, even whilst he's been injured. And tonight, he gets a chance to prove what he's worth. He's got himself another title match for the WIW Championship. Yes, it wasn't the most conventional way of doing things, but try telling him, because he doesn't care. He's got himself a title match. He's back in the title picture after a month out from wrestling. But now he's in a bad situation, because he might have bitten off more than he can chew here, because now he steps into the ring with the Masked Monster Rage, who's already angry. But look at this, Jayden taking the threat head on here at Hurricane Rana. And clearly he's angry as well. He's got some leftover anger towards Rage for what he did to him at the beginning of the show. And Jayden, of course, has never been one of the fan favourites, never been one of the superstars' favourites either, because, of course, managed to get himself his first WIW Championship match by winning the Beat the Clock challenge by countout. And that did not go down kindly with the rest of the WIW universe. It put a target on his back and everyone else claimed that they deserved the title more than he did. But in the end of the day, he won the Beat the Clock challenge. He went on to face Rage, who absolutely dismantled him at the pay-per-view, at the Resurrection pay-per-view. And that led to Rage becoming the WIW champion, which he lost just 2 weeks later, as Aaron Albright took it from him with this man's help. And now karma is being delivered to him as Rage is tearing him apart here in the middle of this ring. But Jayden not backing down, took an early approach, tried to wear him down quickly, and once again trying to fight back here out of that powerbomb, but couldn't capitalize on it. And now Rage has once again got him back in his hands, and that's not where he wants to be. Look at this, just hammering away there on the turnbuckle. And Jayden not in a good place, already worn out by the spears, by the Dragon's Crash from earlier. And look at this, just trying to stand clear of Rage, trying to get out of his way. Look at that, just a massive shoulder tackle to the ground. And Rage, look at this, military press, taking out his frustrations. The former WIW champion was unbeaten. He was undefeated until High Voltage. His winning streak is now no longer intact, and now he gets to make him pay for it. And look at this, up on the shoulders, Fireman's carry, looking for the stun off the ropes, and he connects with it. And straight into the cover, just looking to put him away. It's only a 1. Jayden fights on. I think he might regret doing that, unless he can start mounting some offense again. He got off to a good start, but now needs to fight back, and he's looking to do so here. Jayden, a window of opportunity to take down the former champ, and he does so. Using the head to his full advantage there, which might not have been the best thing following a concussion, but it's not phasing him at all. And now look at this, just tossing him across the ring with the suplex. And now Rage making an example, sending a warning to Aaron Albright if he didn't need one already. And now look at this. Once again, Superman punch. The damage is definitely being done here tonight. And continues the onslaught, but wait a minute. Jayden manages to slide away. And now with an opening backbreaker. Adding to a Russian suplex. We've seen that a lot tonight. Look at this. Jayden playing to the crowd, almost saying, yeah, I'm okay. Not backing down for a moment. And now Irish whip to the corner. And now look at this, trying to take advantage. Big counter by Rage. Oh, wait, look at that counter by Jayden. Fights out of it. And another duck from the clothesline. And look at this, a massive one of his own. Jayden on a wave of momentum right now. Can he capitalize on it? Looking for the knee bar. He's got him locked in, but on the ropes. And again, poor ring awareness by Jayden. And he didn't have time to apply the hold and put pressure on it before he had to break up the hold. And look at this, Rage on the bottom rope. Just playing to the crowd there. Saying that this is easy work for him, despite just giving away all the control and momentum. And I think the referee prevented him there from getting to where he wanted to go. I just see that at the corner of my eye. But it doesn't matter, because here comes, we saw this at the beginning of the show, here comes the jackhammer! Straight into the cover. That's got to be it for Jayden. No, Jayden kicks! Jayden kicks out of the jackhammer. And I can't remember the last time that I've said that. And Rage must have thought it was over, and now look at this. Jayden fighting back. Refusing to give in to the masked monster. Trying to slay the beast. And look at this. Continues the fight onwards. Refusing to give in. Now look at this, just wearing him down with some elbows to the top of the head. Jayden really bringing a fight here. And did not expect this. And now Jayden to the top rope. Begging the big monster to get back to his feet. Jayden surprising everyone right now. But then again, if you know anything about Jayden, he is full of surprises. And he has shown that so far in his brief time here in WIW. We have a cover. It's a 2. And it's only a 2. And Jayden really bringing a fight back here. This main event scene really bringing out the best in him here tonight. And Jayden in a bit of trouble. Look at this. Went for a splash from the middle rope, and that was a mistake. And now look at this. Might make him pay here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Jayden swinging around the big man. And that's like nearly 300, 400 pounds that he's just swung around as if it was nothing. And into the cover. He might have just stunned everyone here. And no, it's a 2. And Jayden and Rage, they've locked heads on multiple occasions. But Rage has always come out on top. And now Jayden trying to turn the tide here. Once again into the knee bar, but once again on the ropes. It really is poor ring awareness from Jayden. And you got to think that would work, targeting the knees of the big man. But unfortunately for him, just hasn't capitalized on that opportunity. Big Russian leg sweep. And Rage has been absolutely silenced since the kick out of the jackhammer. I don't think he was expecting it. And it has been all Jayden since then. Jayden bringing Rage back to his feet. Rage is in trouble here. He needs to fight back, and he does. And spins him around there with the power of that punch. Up on the shoulders. Looking for a rack attack. Oh, and he connects. And Rage, with all the momentum in the world to begin with, lost the control of the match, but now thinks he's ready to put this one away. It's only a 2. The crowd are loving this. Jayden putting on much more of a fight than anyone thought he would have done. But I think, to be honest, these guys have faced each other more than enough now. Jayden knows what needs to be done to beat him. He still hasn't got the job done, though. Can he do it here tonight? He's looking in good shape to do so. Rage almost seems astonished by the fact that this man is still standing. He thought that the jackhammer would have ripped him apart. He thought that would have been it right there. But Jayden has put on a fantastic fight back in this matchup. And now trying to get him back to his feet. But look at this, Rage with a big counter and a clothesline. Nearly ripping the head off of Jayden there. And Rage gone for the cover. He's just trying to win this one here. And look at that. That's a very close 2.5 count. And these two battling like warriors. And I tell you what, this must not be what Aaron Albright wanted to see. Because if it's taking this much damage to keep one of these men down, imagine what he's got to do to keep both of them down. Went for the Superman punch. Big counter. And now a backbreaker into another Russian leg sweep. Big counter on the Superman punch. Rage is in trouble here. There's the cover. And it's a 2 count. Rage kicks out again. But Jayden must be thinking, what has he got to do to keep the big man down? I have a feeling if he locks in that knee bar in the middle of the ring, that he could do something here. But Rage is really, really struggling here. And now look at this. Looking for the powerbomb. Powerbomb, the go-to move for everyone here on WIW. 2, couldn't get it done. Into the Boston Crab. I said a submission hold would work. Is that going to prove to be true? No! Rich powers out. Oh, God. Freaking, sorry. Nothing he could do there. But into the cover. He thinks that submission hold might be enough. Wait a minute. His hands is under the ropes. Doesn't matter because once again he kicks out. Jayden is furious. He can't believe that this match is still going on. Looking for a splash. Went for a beautiful splash off the middle rope. Couldn't take advantage. And now Rage back to his feet. Superman punch this time connects. And straight into the cover. Jayden's in trouble. 2. No, it's a 2 as well. The crowd can't believe their eyes. I can't believe my eyes. This match is still going. Neither man refusing to give in. Look at this. Deadlift. Suplex. And now looking to wrap it up here. This surely's got to do it. Looking for the Dragon's Crash. Dragon's Crash. Oh, not Dragon's Crash. Road Rage. Too many spears in this business. The cover. Following the Road Rage. 1, 2. No. What? Rage can't believe it. It's still not over. What on earth is Jayden running off of at this point? What is either of them running off at this point? They've ripped each other apart in this one. And I tell you what, if their first match against each other wasn't a classic, this one definitely is. What a fantastic main event this has been. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. This has been absolutely crazy here on Monday Night Mayhem. And I tell you what, that must have scared the hell out of Aaron Albright, the fact that he can kick out of all of this. Because I'll tell you what, I'm shocked that he's doing it. Never mind the champion who's got to take on both of these people at the next pay-per-view. And now look at this. Picks him up and tosses him across the ring with the last of his energy. He is tired. He is hurt. He has taken more hits in this match than he has taken in a while. But now ready to deliver some hits of his own. Looking for again the Superman punch. The Super Monster Punch. More appropriately, should have been named. And into the cover. That could do it here for Jayden. Jayden kicks again. And Rage doesn't know what to do. Rage doesn't know what to do. So he's going back to the old reliable. Can he land it this time? Not the Dragon's Crash, but the Road Rage. Surely that's it now. Drags him to the middle of the ring to be on the safe side. And Rage, once again, knocks off Jayden with a victory. With a victory, not a victory, whatever that means. Big win. What a fantastic fight that Jayden put on. And you know what? You have to respect Jayden for the fight that he gave him. He gave Rage one of the hardest fights he's had in WIW since he debuted. But look at this. He survived jackhammers, road rages, Superman punches, and continued to fight back. And I'm telling you, if he was able to lock in one of these knee bars, I think the match was over. Because Rage really struggled at points in this matchup. But once again, the Masked Monster continues his dominance here in WI. Oh, hold on a minute. Here comes the champ. And look at that, taking down the beast. Catching him by surprise here. Exactly what he needed to do. Trying to make a statement here as the WIW champion. And look at this. Making his statement known. He is the champion now. He's the man who runs the show and making it clear to Rage. This the super kick. And once again, Aaron Albright showing he is in control of the situation and he's not backing down from a fight, not by a long shot. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up what was a fantastic show following the High Voltage pay-per-view. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment your thoughts and feelings on the show. And if you want to get involved in the show yourself, be sure to let me know, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.